Have you ever been stiffed by a booker? And if so, what did you do about it?
I've been very fortunate. I actually haven't been stiffed by a booker. Is that weird? Like I've been like shorted here and there, like where they go, like it's turns out there wasn't as many like ticket sales or whatever, and I've just eaten it. But I'll tell you one time that I feel really good about this, by the way. This is like my favorite moment in comedy, like business in my life. And it's really kind of like small changey, but it's like who gives a shit? Like I was on the radio, like I said before, and people thought that they could sell tickets for me to do a comedy show, like promoters, like so janky ass Looney Tunes. And so this guy, he's like, I got the spot. It's in the back of this Italian restaurant. It's like a banquet hall. He's like, I buy all the ads. I'm the promoter. So he takes the door and then guarantees me a certain amount of money. Let's say it's $1,000 or whatever. And I say, sweet, it's going to be me, because he wants an hour and a half show. I'm like, it's going to be me and my two friends, that are going to open for me. So then I'm going to pay them out of the $1,000. And um, so it's one show for us that's pretty good money that like basically would equate to working a weekend at a club, which I did get offered a weekend to MC that weekend at a club that I turned down. I'm like, one show versus five shows. Let's fucking do this. I got a guarantee out of it, right?
Plus, now you're
So
closing the show versus opening the show.
yeah, and I'm doing more time. It's me, my friends, and like I don't have to. Also, by the way, like I'm gonna promote it, but I didn't have to because this guy is a promoter. He's taking the door. It's not, the onus is not on me to draw people there. So I was like, there will be people there. This guy wants to make money. So I get there with my friends. 0.00 people show up to the show. And the guy starts going like, well, did you talk about it on the radio? I go, oh no, oh no, you're the promoter, my friend. If I was going to talk about it on the radio, why would I give you the door? I would just take the door and fuck your guarantee. I don't even know where you got it from, but I would take that too from whoever gave that to you. And then I'd have all the money. I wouldn't even need you. What are you doing here? Do you know what I mean? So I said this to the guy, like in front of my friends, and I go, you have to pay me the money or we can make this like a thing. And then I'll talk about it on the radio a lot. And he just gave me the cash right there. He's like, you're right. I apologize. And he gave me the money. And me and my friends walked out of there like giggling. Like we thought we like robbed a bank. Like we were like, oh my God, I can't believe that we actually got the fucking money. We didn't even do a show. Like the sun was still up. We were like, holy shit. Like that worked. And I was like, I was right though. That's why it worked. Like that's why I did it. I wouldn't like have the guts to fucking stand up to some dipshit unless was true in my convictions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What is the moral of that story? What's the advice that you got from that?
just don't let people fuck you. I don't know. Like, if you really get, I mean, if they're going to, then they're going to. I mean, I've been again very fucking fortunate. I've only been like, I remember like a club booker used to kind of abuse me in terms of like shorting me on pay and stuff, but it was really like the only game in town for me. So it's like a demand for me. Like, do I want to work with these headliners? Like I was trying to make at the time contacts in New York. So I was like able to choose like, they were like B grade New York headliners that were coming to town and like they were doing papered rooms and stuff. And I was like, I just want to work with them. So like he would short my pay because obviously they wouldn't sell tickets, but I just wanted to like see if I could like and get advice for not advice, but like the jokes thing, like we were talking like tags or stuff, where they see me and they go, "Hey, you're on to something." You just want that validation from it. That's the whole point of opening for guys you admire. You know what I mean? Or people you want to work with someday. You're like, huh? What do you think? You know what I mean? And sometimes they don't even notice, and that sucks, but that's part of it.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, I'll tell you this story. I'll spill a small spot of tea, but this isn't like mean that he's a bad guy or anything like that. But and I don't like hold a grudge against him for this. It's just the way some people operate. Some people are introverted and they don't want like they're not hanging out in the green room with everybody and stuff like that. But I've worked with Jim Norton like 4 times, and he does. I guarantee you, he does not even like he always just meets me the first time, and I've met him like a bazillion. You know what I'm saying? So like there are instances like that when you open for people, or when you are middling on the road and stuff like that, that are kind of like, they make you go like, am I like not a person? Like how do I remember so vividly? But then you're like, this guy sees someone on the road all the time, and you go, just maybe I'm not that fucking memorable. You know what I'm saying? So there could be that too, you know.